Just like we're ready. Just like we're ready.
Good morning all. Yes sir, hope everyone is well. Fix this one, there we go, boom. Let's get it. Let's get it. Hello, hello. What's all these notifications? Gold pumping, pumping. Let's have a look what we got going on. Good morning to all. Hope we're all good. Hope we're all well. Why is my chat not working? Maybe because no one chat. Let's see. Music? Oh, it's there. Just not unmuted. Bam. All right. Let's go see what's happening with the chat here. Type something in the chat, YouTube. Alright, there we go. Now it's working. Now it's working. There we go. There we go. Alright. So, yesterday, some escalation, right? If we check the news here. Not this one here, but this one. Boom. Massive attack to US army bases. US attacks another round of strikes against Iran. And now Trump, as usual, look what he says. Right? Hello. Look what he says. Trump says Iran reached out seeking a new agreement. Are you kidding me? Like, this is just playing games with bombs. Like, it's it's crazy, you know? So, they did do some strikes yesterday. Targeted Qatar, Kuwait, Bahrain. All of these countries were targeted. And now, right? Now, he's kind of saying, oh, you know, now we're reaching out to see a new agreement. So market is being a bit buoyant based on that, right? You can see general DAX trying to break out. NASDAQ as well trying to attempt its way at breaking out here. So with that being said, let's do a quick analysis because NASDAQ might have an opportunity soon, which I do want to cover. So we put this here as like a previous 15-minute. We are technically here with previous daily on gold closing bearish and previous 4-hour candles closing bearish. It is technically bearish bias. But we're making our way back up to this previous 4-hour support here. And obviously with this news and this breakout here, it's looking a little bit more bullish. But we could find resistance from here, get back below the 15 and start selling, right? That's something that really could happen. Obviously, very heavy move here. Didn't really even give you a breakout close, just ripped through all the ranges here. Going against trend because of simply the fact of some sort of news coming out here. So today, in terms of the calendar basis, let's refresh Financial Juice as well. Have that ready. You know, see if there's anything new. In terms of today, in terms of calendar basis, we have a bit of unemployment claims. Not too bad. Normally that was a red folder news. Now they've changed it. Coming back onto NASDAQ here, this 15-minute is trying to close above. If we look at daily time frame here, we did close bullish, right? And we're coming from the lows of the range. 4-hour time frames are closing bullish. Now we do have this 4-hour here, which is a problem. So let's actually clone this and move this up to here like this. Now I want to also double check futures chart because futures chart is going to be a little bit different, but I'll be able to just get a gauge here before jumping into anything. Not really the best range we're dealing with, right? We have a 1 hour there. 30-minute 15 does have a little bit of range, but not where we're at right now. So let's see. Yeah, 4 hour is clean on futures. Looks pretty nice on futures here. 1 hour has that same resistance. We're actually at a very bad spot on the 1 hour. 30-minute, we also closed below the previous on the 30-minute on futures. So it kind of aligns the idea with CFDs. So yeah, not the most convincing, I would say, closes here. Yeah, basically below this previous one here, giving us headache, should line up. Bam, there you go. So I feel like we need something above here. Rev. We don't have this 4 hour here, but you can see the reaction, right? Heavy reaction coming from that zone. So I feel like we need something closing above there. If not, look for pullback to take the buys. That's what I would actually look for instead. I think that would be something a little bit better. And we'd get more of a clean buy to buy back towards this instead of having to buy at the highs here. We're limited on range, right? Even the 30-minute range is not a very exciting range. We're looking like 40 points here. It's not that bad, but the size of this 15-minute candle is also 40 points. So I rather see that. On futures, rejected a 1 hour. Thank you for listening, bro. It's exactly what I just said. So we need to see how we end up, you know, forming from these type of zones, and then we can trade back up. Now, if we look at DAX here, DAX is quite nice as well because we're coming from a major lows of the range here. Daily broke out but heavily failed. So this is super interesting to see such a failure on something like DAX. Really doesn't want to break out here. A lot of positive price action. Now we're trying to recover some of that. I marked this 15 here, but we do have a previous range a little bit higher. I wonder if we respect this previous range. So I'm going to keep it as a watch zone and just to see what if we do anything at it or what, you know, anywhere into this range. Just going to leave it a very faint line. Most of you probably won't be able to see, but I want to know where that is. Closing above this, pretty clean. We could try to play some upside or look for the same idea as NASDAQ. They actually look pretty similar in terms of they tried to break out. One candle bearish, one candle bearish. Well, this is actually bullish here. This one bearish, and now if they close above, we have the same type of setup. So they would probably move together, and then we're going to see how it wants to develop here. If we look back at gold here, we're still continuing bullish on gold. I do expect the 4-hour to be tapped now at 10564. It makes sense for this 4-hour to be retested. And then let's see. If we reject from here, this is going to be a perfect pullback for sells. Everyone's going to switch bullish. Now, the issue I do have is that we are inherently a little bit bullish because of this news. Very hard to trade when this guy is changing his mind in less than 12 hours. You cannot, like, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense to go and say this, right? Launch massive attacks. US completed another round of strikes. Attacks around directly before yesterday's bombing of ship. Like, they go crazy. And then they say this, like it's both. And then he comes back and he says something like this, you know? And he says, bam, seeking new agreement. Like what? 1 hour, 15 minutes ago. Right? 1 hour, 15 minutes ago, we got this news. You know? Let's read some of the comments here. I want to know when this guy sleeps. Sleep forever. Damn. Donald Cuck, call Obama. You need Obama deal back. Then you can get back to your vanity projects. Damn. Yesterday, yeah, this is what I said. But tomorrow morning, they'll find another agreement. And tomorrow evening, short oil in the evening, close position in the morning. Very predictable trading idea for the next 2 months. Manipulator motherfucker. And there we go for buys in gold. Exactly. Here we go. New deal or not, the mullahs have learnt what happens if they attack that. Oh my god. Now Ran will tweak and say it's fake. Yeah. That's true actually. They haven't said an official statement. They haven't said an official statement yet. Damn. What is a BSDK, man? I don't know what a BSDK is, man. That's like some new swear words. It's an Indian thing? Is it? Indian swear word. BSDK. Is it abbreviation for something? Damn. Just shortened? I don't know this Indian swear word. What's the full one? Oh, I know Bosari. Yeah, now I can see the shortened version. Now it makes sense. Oh, it left. No. So yeah. Who taught you this? Indians have a very big population. So most countries you go to, you're going to find Indians. So if you speak to Indians, generally the first words you learn are swear words. Dubai has a lot of Indians as well. So it's tough because if you know what will happen, guys, if this turns out to be fake news and Iran starts saying, hey, this is fake news, bam, we're going to retrace this move. Our sell idea will be correct. If not, we potentially have more upside, but it's one of those difficult scenarios. On my other monitor, I have NASDAQ. I'm keeping an eye on that. Harry, after the payout got rejected, I buy the top step futures, but feeling less confident, more pressure to clear the prop. How to fix this? It's tough, man. Of course, you're going to feel less confident if someone rejected your payout. Like, that's a... Did they give you a reason why, though? I would be more interested in that. You know? So it's just going to be needing to get over a psychological block. Harry, we reached 336 views last stream. Yes, there is going to be a giveaway today. I'm going to tell you the details. I didn't forget, don't worry. But I'm going to wait for more people because I don't want to keep repeating every single time. Hey, giveaway, giveaway, giveaway. And then new people join and then they ask me, where's the giveaway? So once we reach a peak again, so maybe like 300 viewers, once we're back at that, then I'll say, hey guys, this is the giveaway. Last we reached the target. But what I will put in the chat for people wondering is we'll put this. Give away today. Let's go. Something like this, just so people know it's today. And then we'll discuss it a little bit later. But the problem is, I still bet people are going to say, how do I join the giveaway? How do I join the giveaway? But at least I can just say, need to wait. So yeah, leave a like on the stream. Let's get people in here as fast as possible so that we're not wasting time. Updated all the links. I don't think I put these 2 wins. Let's check. This video here, this should be 66 wins. I don't think I put this on the YouTube thing. Let's skip to here. Let's see what it says. Quickly, 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 quickly. No time, no time. 65. Yeah, I need to have 67 wins here. And 2 more break-evens. I still remember the time when we were having giveaways at 800 plus viewers. Yeah, 900 viewers was cool. Alright, so we are rejecting. Busy with renovations today, but listening to the boys. Oh, good luck with that, man. Actually, let's just put the giveaway details because we reached it last time, but we'll do it by end of stream. Let's delete this. Super easy giveaway. Let's go here. All right, I put it inside of the Telegram group. So if you're in the Telegram group, bam. There we go. I pinned the message as well in case you haven't joined, you can join. Super simple, just go press join. Iran, US airbase, does that mean WTI is going to be affected? It's just now. Has they just hit it now? Then yeah, we will see gold should be affected, a lot should be. I'm not seeing it just now. Where are you getting your news from? I would expect a bigger dump. We are getting a dump, but it seems to be retracing. So always double check your sources. I'm not saying your sources are wrong, but market would react a bit more heavier. I think we would dump this move pretty quick, but let's check on nasdaq. No, nasdaq's still trying to continue bullish. 1 minute for this 15 to close. We might get the 15 plus the 5 up together. Let's see, 21 seconds here. We're not seeing any continuation just yet. Are these similar to Raja Bank's entry and exits? No, but it's price action based. He also trades price action. Will you give us live trade setups? I don't give you anything. I take trades. So it's not a gift. Right? I've been taking trades live for the past 3 years, every single entry done on YouTube. Now we stream Tuesdays and Thursdays, and then the rest we trade in our group together. So these are the recent trades we've been taking. We haven't taken a loss since we switched, which is nice. Yo, Nick, bro. Who's Nick, bro? My name is not Nick. Not gonna answer that. Nick Sharp. So, as we obviously see here, nasdaq did close below. So nothing just yet. Gold closed bullish. So yeah. Hi, what do you think about the recent Fed minutes? It hasn't happened yet, so I can't give my opinion on it if it hasn't happened yet. But the new chairman of the Fed, he's not going to say much compared to Jerome Powell. So I don't expect too much fireworks. Not really going to be too exciting. I really don't think we see anything crazy. Like he's just like we watched a press conference live when we were, was it in an NY session, guys? In the group we were, was it NY or was it, yeah, it was an NY session, right? Yeah, we were watching a press conference live. Like he just wouldn't spill anything. He just laugh about it. Like you're not even getting one tip. So what is he gonna say in the minutes? It's just gonna be like a official statement. It was released yesterday. Was it yesterday? Yeah, it was yesterday. Yeah, obviously nothing. It was. I mean, yeah, they're not gonna say. Officials deeply divided over future. All, yeah. See? Kevin Walsh plans to stop scripting the next Fed moves. They're just not giving us info, but that's my bad. I thought it was today. I'm going crazy. So yeah, I should have read about that. But obviously it didn't cause enough of an effect on the market. The whole market was concentrated on Trump, as he wants to steal the, what do you call it? Steal the lights? I forgot what it's called. Steal the show. Thunder? No, not you don't. Yeah, spotlight. He wanted to steal the spotlight. That's the one. Actually, the dot plot's changed to be more hawkish. That dot plot is being cancelled. So I know it seems like other members, but remember this Warsh, he's the one who puts the final straw. So the dot plot now is not going to be something like it was before. The dot plot is very not accurate anymore because he keeps saying I don't want to script it. So we can't rely on the dot plot. Even if it's more hawkish, we can't rely on it. And if it was more hawkish, meaning that we are going to see rate increases, we will not see Nasdaq react with upside movement. We will not see gold react with upside movement. So the market's not pricing that in. If market is going to price in higher interest rates, we're going to see it suffer and we're going to move down. All that matters is Donald, is he awake or is he asleep? He's awake, I think. He just said something an hour ago. This guy doesn't sleep. Which makes me believe it's not actually him. Right? That would make sense. Someone random. Someone random. End of the stream, we will discuss about the giveaway. End of stream. Like who won it. Because what I'll do is I'll randomly go through the list and I'll stop and I'll hold a name. I'll then DM that name. If they don't reply in 10 seconds, next. DM that name, don't reply 10 seconds, next. Like you need to be active. I need someone who's watching the stream to win. Also, I can see on the Telegram, it will say last seen recently. If it says last seen within a month, I'm not going to even select you. All right. GJ looking good, bro. Let's have a look at GJ, man. I haven't looked at GJ for ages. I heard it seems like it's breaking out, right? We have new all-time highs on GJ. Wow. GJ is looking good, man. Massive breakout daily. Weekly no close above, so it is a threat. 4 hour looking good. Full bullish pressure. Bro. We've already broke out the range. 15-minute no structure yet. Yeah, just GJ needs some structure. That's it. That's classic of GJ. GJ just always loves structure, which it's making now on the 5. It was a bit nasty here, though. This is quite nasty. You have about 7 minutes to London Open on GJ. GJ will like to pick direction at London Open. For me, it's worth to wait 7 minutes. I used to be the king of this pair. I stopped trading it as much, but now it looks pretty good, to be honest. as soon as we get back out this range. In this range, it was pretty rubbish, but man, for those who don't know me in the past, like I was pioneering GJ trading to the limits, man. Like go check my trading back in 2023. You'll never find another pair but GJ, and mostly wins. I was running like 90% win rate. Absolutely smashing. Look, GJ. What a pair. But this is the goal about being a trader is you have to learn to adapt. Trade the better market. If I continue trading with GJ, I wouldn't make as much money as I made right now, because I would hold myself back. Would I still be profitable? I think I would be able to manage, find ways to get in. You know? Definitely, I think I would have been able to still turn a profit, but not made as much money as I made from stuff like NASDAQ. And I think confidence would have been a big issue. And boredom, because there was periods in GJ. Let me show you this, guys. So like, you'd go through months of this type of price action, which is so hard. Like this is 4 hours. 4 hours, you go sideways. So that's 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, like that's 24. That's a whole day of just going sideways, plus the next day all going sideways. And then you'd be sitting there getting chopped up, and then finally it breaks out. You don't trust the breakout. So like these periods were very hard to trade, all these ranges. Like you really had to wait for GJ to be at bottom of range, consolidate for 5 days, catch the breakout, and the breakout happens in only one 4-hour candle. Then you're consolidating for 4, 8, 12, 16, another day. Then you have to wait. The next breakout happens in only another 4-hour candle. If you're not there for that 4 hours, you're going to miss the whole move. If you come to the charts and prices here and you can't buy the highs, you're going to miss the move. So I bet there would be a way to adapt, but then you get stuck in shit like this. This is like 4 days of just sideways. It's really painful. So that's the problem with what happened with GJ, is that you're not, now you get good price action here. This is good. You have a good few days, but again, you're coming more from the bottom of the range. So you need to wait a week before you get good price action. And it's hard to not take a trade for a week. So I rather trade something that I can, or trade 2 sessions where I can at least get a trade once a day, or, you know, at least minimum 4 times a week, 3 times a week. Bring back GJ. GJ is not bad to bring back actually at this, if it continues to break out, but so far NASDAQ and gold, they're not moving too bad as well. So if something moves bad, I'll switch. Otherwise, I don't want to start managing 3 pairs. GJ is whack. I would move to NQ or GC. Yeah, those are what I traded after trading GJ for like 3 years. When it started to get slow, then I went on to GC, NQ. But recently, NQ in London session, I've been trading more aggressively. It's been very accurate actually. It's very true. It's very true. In life, you should be willing to let go. GJ taught us that. Life lessons from GJ. Thank you. So NASDAQ not going anywhere, just stuck at this previous zone. It's not really making a decision, so we let it do its thing. Now gold here is trying another attempt here to hit this previous 4 hour. We have no closes above that previous 4 hour on any time frame. I think maybe a 1 minute, actually not even a 1 minute. So there's no attempt of breaching it just yet. A 5-minute candle close above is going to be an aggressive trade. Very aggressive trade. Is it a shot? It could be. Let's just see how we close. There's still 3 minutes. If we start blasting up towards here, it's going to be very difficult. I'm not going to impulsively enter at a 4 hour. And I also want to wait for the 1 hour close, which obviously makes sense. Getting above the 4 hour on a 1 hour close is going to make more sense than me just blasting it on a different time frame. So good close above, plus we'll have everything closing. 1 hour, 15, blah, 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 all together. Only issue is this still might be the top of the range. So 2 minutes of waiting, then we see. Oh man, Donald Trump has joined the chat, bro. I told you he's awake, guys. I told you he's awake. No structure on 15? Yeah, but you can't get structure on 15 when we've been moving this aggressive. So the question is, we either try to be aggressive on like and trust the 5-minute structure, and we should get volume. I'm not gonna expect this to chop up because that's exactly what it hasn't been doing. There's no time it's chopped itself the way up. Here we had 5-minute close, broke the high, next 5-minute close strong. So I need to see 5-minute close, break the high, next 5-minute close strong. If next 5 minutes shows me rejection or 1 minute is chopping, I'm going to get out. If this fakes out, that's the risk you have to choose to take. I can also choose that, hey, I don't want to touch this. The only reason I kind of like it is I have a lot of things together, meaning 1 hour, this, that, all of this together. If in the next 55 seconds this thing blasts up here or dump below here, we're going to get 2 easy answers. Let's see what type of stop we can get away with. Probably a tighter stop, because once we break this, we probably fill this whole LTA and it's game over. This is only based off momentum, this type of trade. The one thing I will have to say is if this makes a tiny bottom wick and go, I don't like it. I want to see liquidity grabbed. So right where we're at right now, we'll be looking at like something like a 37 pip stop loss. Not that bad, to be honest. Like it's not going to be too difficult to get a 1-to-1. Alright, it's not a bad bottom wick, but I still want a little bit bigger here. Myself. You could go here, it's very aggressive to go here, but this is an hour open, and on a 1 hour open, I really want to see at least 1 minute candle close bearish. Yeah, exactly. Rage put it there, no 1 minute structure. That's the exact reason why. So I want to see that. Would you recommend to buy a call on GC1 contract year out and see if it can reach all-time high? Well, it depends on rate paths and stuff like that. If you wanted to go with that idea, you need to play it off something a little bit deeper. So play it from down here. When we were down here, you ripped the buy. So we still don't have 1 minute candle showing me bearish on the 1 hour open, right? So I need to see that because it's a 1 hour open. We don't have a top wick here. I'm gonna cross check futures. We do have a top wick on my broker. Futures. We don't have top wick on futures. That's the same as the 1 hour as well. Wow, that's super important, guys. So no top wick here. Doesn't mean much, but what I have noticed is that whenever we don't have a top wick, it reduces the probabilities of the trade. Doesn't invalidate it, but reduces it. So I definitely need to see a deeper bottom wick now. That's going to be no questions asked for me. I don't care if this thing flies because it's just not going to be my edge in the market, right? It's not going to be my edge. Like this 1 minute candle here, now we have at least 1 minute bearish. If it re-breaks its high, it can definitely do a pop here. But my edge here is going to be a bit changed, right? So even if I took it here and I put stops here for about 55 pips, my 1-to-1 is all the way up there. And without seeing conviction, it's going to be difficult for me. I wish we could find a tighter stop loss. Then we could rely on just to give it a little bit of a shot. But I have to run the stop loss back in the range. 45 pips if I got break of high, which would be somewhere around here. Yeah, about 48 pips. Yeah, I have NQ on my other monitor. That's the 1-to-1. So we're going to see if this actually ends up hitting a 1-to-1 or not, just so I know. how the volume is acting here. But when we look at a 15-minute time frame, buying here without confirmation, probably not the best place to buy, guys. You know, we're pretty late. You know, we're asking a lot. So I want to be a bit of a nerd when it comes to this buy. And I want to be more conserved because this drawdown now, it's coming back towards my entry. I can't really hold that because there's nothing saying that, hey, Harry, we have a lot of juice today, we should push. Well, we already did that. Since this morning, we've pushed 300 pips. So I need to see liquidity to push more, and that's how I'm going to preserve capital and actually maintain to be profitable, not just trade something random that ends up me marrying this idea because I want to get paid and I end up losing. And then you look back and you're like, maybe this wasn't the best place. Now, if you're going to take this type of trade, which I said, going aggressive break-even is never a bad chance. But again, if it ends up playing out, you're going to feel frustrated. You probably end up FOMOing and taking something else. NQ, 1 minute here for this 5-minute candle to close. 1 hour candle ended up closing bullish here, but not very convincing bullish candle close. 30, not convincing. 15-minute, not convincing. So is 5-minute going to be enough? I'm not sure. Maybe I want a 15. So break-even is considered a win? No, break-even is not considered a win. Break-even is considered break-even. Means you did not win, you did not lose. Incorrect. Gold is a big buy. You're late. Right? You're late if you're buying all the way up here. You said you're in from 72. That is fine. But look what would have happened now if I took a buy from up here. I'm in drawdown. So I'm not incorrect. I'm correct to my trade. So you notice the difference. If you're in from 72, okay, of course, you don't need to worry about anything, my friend. You are chilling. But for me, coming to the markets right now, I am correct not to be blindly taking a buy here, in my opinion, because now 5-minute close bearish and I'm sweating. I'm in drawdown. I have to now hope that the bullish people are going to help me. Because the last time a 5 closed bull, we had no issues, right? Next candle didn't close bearish. NQ rejected the highs again, but that's okay because I really would like a 15 closing above there. That would be beautiful. We're going to watch gold here, see what gold ends up doing. If we go grab liquidity, which is again not bad because we can buy back from this 15. Look at that. Bam. I was saying incorrect to the guy saying that everyone here is losing money. Yeah, that is correct. That he is incorrect. That's normally a person who says that. I mean, maybe, yeah, maybe the people here are losing money. I don't know the people here. I can't say. But not everyone. If someone follows a specific strategy and does it consistently, they're not all losing money. But, you know. Momentum slowing down? Yeah, but this is exactly why I stayed patient, guys. Like, that is me making money today. Because if I just took this because I was desperate to take a trade, again, married the trade, didn't listen to the confirmations I had, like I said, you can send this, bam. Now I'm crying because this is just tapped my stop loss. So ultimately, that shows you there's a big lesson. And the big lesson about trading is that It's not always about taking a position. You look at where you are in the current market and you analyze the risk of taking that position. Nasdaq, we are seeing some nice rejections from downside as well. This 5-minute candle closes in 2 minutes. If we see this liquidity grab type candle and close above, it might be worth to give it a quick shot. Break even around the 4-hour, or just watch the 4-hour. Because this is good liquidity. Ideally, we get the 15 close above. See if we can get through this mess. If not, we get out. You are not making money consistently. That is the sad reality. Yeah, that is the sad reality about most people in trading, is that they don't make money consistently. I've been able to publicly show how to make money consistently. Those who follow me have been able to see that. Those who see me live trade in London and why, there's a way, but most people won't, for sure, because they don't take the necessary steps and they don't follow the correct processes in order to do so. So yeah, they won't make money consistently. And it's not as hard as people think to make money consistently. It just requires having a plan and the right approach to the market, you know. Right, so we have about 40 seconds for this candle to close above here. If this candle's gonna close above, we're gonna be looking at like a 33 points stop. See how that calculates. All right, that snapped below. So we're still waiting here. This is nice though. We get the 15-minute candle close. Guys, don't forget the giveaway in the Telegram group. The link is pinned in chat. The link is pinned in chat. Also, while we wait for the next 5 minutes, I have some exciting news. 2 months, we closed the exclusive group. 2 months. And it's been redesigned. The way that we enter has been redesigned. The reason being is because of the results we've been able to achieve. Recently, I've been able to see huge progress in the approach that has taken me 6 years to be able to show people how this approach actually works. And really, I'm very impressed what people have been able to do. Every single day we're getting some sort of new achievements or payouts and passing accounts and you name it. Like, goals are coming bit by bit by bit by bit, and it's very, 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 very exciting to see. So we closed down the group because I wanted to continue this momentum, and we actually opened the new site here. The group from now on is going to be application only. I will personally review your application. This is the stats that we've been running now. We have verified 156k in payouts. It's not millions yet, but we're going to work towards millions the more people that we're able to push in here. The group is going to be application only. It's the first time we've opened it in 2 months. No more. You can just join by clicking the link. It's only going to be by application. I'm going to read your application and I will accept you. There'll be different options for people depending on your application, what you want to do. And also, for the first time in forever, I'm actually have opened the availability, but it's not going to be for a lot of people, to work one-on-one directly with me. So I'll get you towards your goals here. And if not, and your time is wasted, you get it back. So those who've been DMing me, when? Now, that's when. There you go. I posted it in the chat. Put an application. It's good to fill it anyways. Application doesn't mean you purchase. It's just an application. Do you send us application to fill it? You can here. There you go. Your stream win rate doesn't matter. You are losing money trading. No, I'm not losing money trading, man. I'm pretty transparent with my trading. That's why I've been able to get these results with others as well, man. These are verified results. Most gurus are going to show you millions of dollars that are not verified. These payouts are actually coming from people working hard, and most of the time they're trading daily live with me. They're being able to get this, and if you want to hate against that, then you can continue to lose money. Harry, how much for the exclusive? Just fill out the application. You will be able to see. If you're going to work one-on-one with me, obviously my time is going to be more expensive than you just wanting to join the group. But it's actually not an increased price. It's just the way to get in is application. So the price is not increased. Okay, this 4 hour we don't have on futures here, which is super interesting. We don't have this 4 hour on futures, but we have it on CFDs. This candle here, depending on the bottom wick here, we could probably try to buy through this 28 points. It's not bad, but I think we're going to need a good bottom wick to be able to push through it. Or if the last 30 seconds this shit just flies, it's going to be really hard to enter right now. Let's see how deep we get here. And then let's check the bottom wick. Yeah, it's getting a bit high here. Now on futures, we're approaching the 1 hour. That was kind of my target here. Yeah, this is going to become very difficult because now we're about to tap the 1 hour here. I'll start to break some rules if I just trade into resistance. We don't have much room. Next candle open here, not much of a top wick. Trading straight into that 1 hour. 30 minute, we have a little bit of more room. Bottom wick needs to come. Yeah, this is a bit, this is like gold. It's the same one. Look what happened to gold, right? If I ended up taking the same trade that happened, I'm screwed. And NASDAQ is actually giving a very similar scenario. So what makes NASDAQ different? It doesn't. It makes it worse. We're not full clean candles. We're at a very heavy rejection zone. This is a rejection zone. Buying here, I need to get lucky with volume. So yeah, exactly. Seeing a thunderstorm, some sort of retest on lower time frame, we'll be able to buy back up. If you're making money, why do you want people to join you? Because my time should be paid. I have sacrificed years of my life to be good at this skill. And I am not going to be put in an area that I spend every single day trading live with time wasters like you. Because they just waste my time. And I'm not here for time wasters. I'm here to grow with people, see people succeed. And in order to do that, people must pay, because if you don't pay, you're just going to get a bunch of time wasters who are broke and never have a future because they don't want to commit themselves to something that is a skill that they can succeed in. That is the honest truth. That is the reason why. And if you find me if you go to Ferrari and you can buy a car for free, I will have my services for free. That is the deal. I'll shake on it. It closed above the most recent 1 hour. Yes, but again, it's the same scenario as gold here. So you take the risk, like it's the exact same. No top wick, same scenario. It's running the same scenario, or very limited top wick. Minimal bottom wick. You like let's draw. Let me draw to you where the 1-to-1 is. 34 points. So 34 points of buys. Your 1-to-1 is all the way up here. That's 1-to-1. Not even a 1-to-2, that's 1-to-1. We're talking about basically 90% range completion. Right? With surviving a 5 stop. So I don't want to be in from here just ripping the highs on a random London. I want to be buying from down here. Bam. Get some sort of retest, get something that can give me some sort of liquidity and show me that price is ready to go up. How do you calculate position sizing and trading, or just trade randomly? No, I always calculate size. Like recently on my personal account, I risk around up to $2,000, but some trades I risk less and I adjust that size. Like yesterday's trade, for the month I'm doing 6K, so 6K for the month, that's almost like a K a day. But recently I've been like, yesterday's trade I put only 1,000. The trade before that I put 1.3, took a small loss here, but my loss was managed. But we're doing about 6K for the month here. So I do calculate all the time. Otherwise I would have random risk here, right? My risk would be above that. So calculating risk is really important. Is NQ outside of NYSE market affecting stocks for the next day? Let's say now NQ jumps 2%. Does it mean all the tech stocks next day will hike up as well? Or is it the other way around if stocks? No, NQ is an accumulation of all tech stocks, right? It's an index. So it's inside of NQ, you could have an outlier. So let's say Nvidia outperforms. That will bring up the stock together. The index will probably rise, but it doesn't mean that it's going to carry over to the next day, like what you're saying. You have a total of 306 trades, which 167 won. Your win rate is 54, not 71.5. No, because if I take a break-even trade, I make nothing. So it's counted as 0, right? So if I give you an example of what a break-even trade is, right? So if we were to look at a break-even trade, my break-even trades, like we can look at my last break-even trades. Let's see. Right? This is not a break-even trade. This is 88. I purposely dragged my stop loss and loss, but this is a break-even trade. I make money, $1.20. This is a break-even trade, $47. These are break-even trades, but I'm still making money. So technically, I could even count them as a win. We have people in the group who actually always put their break-evens in profit. And when they calculated, their break-evens would have hit stop loss more often than not, but their break-evens are in profit. So if you calculate that, it's actually calculating as tiny wins because it's adding to their account. So it doesn't consider as a loss. It doesn't reduce your win rate. How to join the group? You just put an application. So make sure to do an application. It takes only a few minutes, but that's the only way. So I pasted it there. Can you balance a 9 to 5 with trading? I work with a lot of people and it's a very common thing, and definitely you can work a 9 to 5 for sure. 100%. We have a very, very, very lucky market that has a lot of volume times. You can trade Asian, you can trade power hour. Those are normally times that you can work around. Why is NQ moving after hours like London session if stocks are not trading out of NYSE time? Because they are trading. It's just that the stock exchange is closed. Doesn't mean that London banks can't invest in the Nasdaq. If you wanted to buy Nasdaq futures contract right now, you can. 3 mentors you need to study: Harry, entry models; Lorenzo, volume profile; trader bills, Fibonacci. 6 months each will make you rich. Let's go. But you cannot buy Apple and Nvidia after hours like now. No, you can't buy if you're buying from US providers, right? Because they are closed. They will only work in operating hours. But that doesn't mean the index shuts down. That's why you can still open a futures contract. You can still trade. All right. Let's also pick the giveaway, because 2 people are going to have the lucky chance to actually spend 2 months in the group. So I'm going to go to the Telegram now before we end stream. I'm going to pick the giveaway. So here we go. So we're going to get it up. Gonna pick randomly. Bam. Okay, first person here, his name is Justin here, Justin. So we're gonna message Justin. Yo. We need him to reply the code word to prove it's me. And the code word is gonna be lobsters. If he doesn't reply lobsters in the next 1 minute, we repick. So he's not replying. Next one. Let's go pick. Get it back up. Let's start from the bottom this time. Lobsters, not crabs, bro. From the bottom. Boom. Nicholas King, second winner. Gonna message him. Yo. Message me lobster. Otherwise. Not sure. A lot of the people in the Telegram group will be here since 7:50. Yeah, but then they lose the giveaway, man. They lose the giveaway. It's super simple. It's super simple. All right, first guy hasn't replied, man. So let's go next one. Boom. Shane Roman. Let's see if this guy replies. Yo. Three people, no replies. I'll give them a sec. Yo, lobsters. Shane has replied, man. He's claimed it. He's claimed it. Shane has replied. So I'll be contacting him. There we go. So Shane, first winner. Congrats. Next one. Thanks, bro. Shane here. Let's go, man. Boom. Dennis. I don't know how to say his last name. I'm just going to write yo. Ferdinand. See if he replies. They don't watch the live stream? Well, he's seen my message. He just has to reply lobster, so... Shane is watching, bro. Let's see if he replies lobster. Dennis replies lobster. So I'm watching on futures here as well, guys. For NQ, we have a 5-minute candle that's going to try close above the 1 hour. If we do close above the 1 hour, we have a little bit of room that we can work towards the 15. So we're going to have a double close. That's what I'm kind of looking for here. Gold as well is still trying its best to get back up. Where have you been now? Are you picking people from the group that did the poll or everyone in the group? That did the poll, bro. That did the poll. How many giveaways, by the way? 2. 2. If we hit the next viewer goal, then we reach that. Where'd you get all those comments? Are you on YouTube now? Yeah, today I stream on YouTube on Tuesdays and Thursdays. So those ones I'm getting from that. Where did my futures chart go? Oh, here. So we need to see if this closes above here. Gold is about to close above. Yeah, the problem with gold is that we just end back in the same scenario that we were before. Let's see how this 15 looks though. That's an interesting 15 because now we have 15 structure. So I do like that. Let me double check 1 minute. 1 minute's not bad here. So let's see what type of bottom wick we work with. Maybe gold we have something. If we can get a nice little retest here, breaking the high, going a slightly more aggressive on stop loss below the 5 here. 50 pips is still a lot to ask though. Still a lot to ask. I don't know if we have 50 pips in us, guys. That's the problem. Like 40 pips is to here. I don't think we have 50 pips in us. I just don't see it. My 5s don't have bottom wicks. Let me check on broker. No, I definitely have bottom wicks on broker. I mean, this is a good bottom wick here. But now where stop loss is getting bigger, you know? And I don't like this motion of how much sellers are getting involved. I don't mind a good bottom wick, but now where am I supposed to put stops?
Harry, I mean the previous 5. This.
Yeah, but it's closed, so we don't need to worry about it.
This one, yeah.
Yeah, it's closed already. If it
So
was
you
open,
don't,
it's a problem.
you don't think that it will retest there again?
It could retest there, but I wouldn't let it put me off my trade, you know?
Okay, okay.
Yeah. Tough day on gold. We're close to 10-month daily low, all pushing down. Yeah, correct. 30 minutes too overextended. Yep, it's really at highs. Definitely not wrong in all these things you guys are saying. I do agree. How much do you risk usually? Now I push my risk up to $2,000. But sometimes if I feel like it's a quick scalp, I will just leave it. In terms of I will not put the 2,000, I'll put like 1,000, 500,000. So I kind of adjust risk a little bit. I'm kind of confused. My CFD chart and top step chart, the 1 hour resistances and a lot of the areas are just so different. I don't know what to trust. Stick with one. If you're trading futures, put futures. That's it. Super simple. Not rocket science. Just stay consistent with that though. Don't keep changing back to CFDs, stuff like that. Harry, when you go B, do you move stops beyond entry so that you don't lose money from spread? I don't lose money from spread, that's the thing. Like, especially if I'm trading assets like NASDAQ or something, there's zero commission, so I don't use money from spread. My spreads are quite tight. But I don't mind if it's losing like $5, $10. It's not going to impact me too much, you know? Yeah, I think what I'm going to do is probably head off, guys. So just to repeat, good session in terms of volume here, but as we come into London, we started to fade off, right? NASDAQ as well, trying to go higher, but failing to close above a 1 hour here. So we're just looking to fade off. We don't want to start to force anything here and lose money. And a reminder, first time we've opened the group, if you're actually serious about taking your trading a step further, recent trading that I've been doing has been absolutely amazing. No one has shown up for this many years showing consistently on a day-to-day time frame. We trade every single day in the group there, and if you actually want to take a step further, then this is probably your best chance. It's application. All you have to do is fill an application on the website that I'm about to put. I've been keeping it closed for 2 months because we've changed everything. There's going to be an onboarding process. You guys are not going to be left in the dust, and it is very affordable as well. So there's a lot of options for you. No one else is doing this. Most people who have an application have something that's very complex. This is not complex. The core group structure, being able to join on a subscription basis, is still there. The price hasn't changed on the subscription basis. It's only got cheaper. To be honest, it is cheaper. But I just want you guys to be committed more than a month because I want serious traders. We have been able to generate $156,000, which has never happened in my group before because people weren't able to find consistency because they weren't committed. Now that I changed the commitment, we're seeing these results. I want these results for others. The only reason I'm pushing it today on stream is because I really believe in what I have, and I believe that this can actually help people. And I've been quiet about it for 2 months for good reason. So I just wanted to give you guys an announcement and let you guys know. And let's continue killing it, guys. We haven't taken a loss since we started streaming Tuesday and Thursday. Obviously, we've taken losses in the group. Not many. We've taken 2 losses. I do post those in the Telegram group. So if you're interested in see the trades that we took in the group and some updates before we take the trades, you can see it there. I also posted on my Instagram story, so you guys can check out my Instagram for that type of stuff. I appreciate you guys showing up as always. It's a pleasure to speak with you all. Have a great rest of your day. Good luck trading. Take care. Trade sharp. Hopefully catch you guys very soon. All right. Peace. Cheers. Cheers.